Mario, 10 questions about missing persons. Mario's 10 questions about missing persons. All right, let's get underway. Good evening, Moz from far north Queensland. Welcome. Right. Amelia Earhart was officially declared dead in absentia exactly 2 years after her 1937 disappearance. I think they actually found um, some bits of her plane just recently, was in the news. Was that Amelia Earhart, or am I thinking of Jean Batten? I'm not sure. Right. Amelia, I thought it was somewhere in New Guinea. Amelia Earhart, true or false? 2 years, no show, dead. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know. Um, yes, I'm going to say true, but I could see a couple of areas where it is wrong. 2 years seems a bit too soon. But well, we'll wait and see what our expert, with what our Australian expert has to say on the matter. Whether Moz 42 from far north Queensland thinks it is true or false. Um, True or false? Yes. What say you? Something is breaking in America, folks. Oh, um, are you there, Moz? What's happening? Um, all right. Um, mm,
If you want to see just how far Australia has completely lost its bloody mind, look no further than.
okay. Oh, here, right. True or false? True or false? Um, Here. Oh, okay. I thought you'd found for a minute there. I thought you might have found Amelia Earhart. You just popped out the back door and boomfa, there she was. T for true, according to Moz, our expert from far north Queensland. Yes. I've just sent through a little something for you that we could maybe add to your little bits at the end of the show. So, question one, incorrect. Oh, okay. I thought there might be some shenanigans going on here. Earhart vanished on the 2nd of July 1937. She was declared legally dead 5th of January 1939, exactly 18 months and 3 days later, not 2 full years. The court moved quickly because her husband, George Putnam, needed to settle her estate. Okay. Wow. I think recently found her place or bits of. Yes, I'm pretty sure I saw that too. Oh well. Hmm. Okay. Oh, well, that was a bit of a tough one to start with, I think. Right. Next question is about DB Cooper. I've heard about this guy. Is this the guy that jumped off a commercial airplane or something with some money? I'm not sure. DB Cooper. DB Cooper, the hijacker who parachuted with 200,000 ransom in 1971, was never identified and no money was ever recovered. Yes, I think this is true. This is true. Yeah. Although there's a few people they think they know who this guy was. I've seen a few little little videos on him on YouTube and that he was some sort of like Vietnam, legend, like had done thousands of jumps, yeah. But they didn't actually know who DB Cooper was. Like he was bullshitting him. Incorrect. Oh, one detail wrong. DB Cooper was never identified. Oh. Oh no, that's a okay, DB Cooper. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. No. Yeah, but it says he was says in the never identified. Oh, one detail wrong. Oh, they found some of the money. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I get it. No, well, it says, yeah, it was just the one thing wrong, and that is that they found some of the money on the banks of the Columbia River. Yeah, 8-year-old boy. One, yeah, that's the one detail wrong. Okay. Oh, next. Okay, our missing person cred is being Jimmy Hoffa, the Teamster union boss, vanished in 1975, and his body has been found multiple times in official searches. Yeah, well, I think that's got to be true. I think that's there's no way that can be either true or false. I believe it. Yeah, I can believe that it's been found multiple times. But Jimmy, nobody knows where it is. Yes, and the found is in speech marks. So I'm going with true on that one. Question 3. True. Jimmy Hoffa, the Teamsters union boss. It was something to do with Las Vegas. And the guy that was it Jimmy Hoffa? And Bugsy Malone or something, was it? It was. I thought there was some connection with Las Vegas. We're pouring concrete in Detroit. Correct. Hoffa vanished 30th July 1975. Since then, the FBI has dug up backyards, stadiums, horse farms, and even a suburban driveway after credible tips. Every single time they've come up empty. He's officially declared dead, but his body has never been found. Wow, that's our first correct one, Jimmy Hoffa. All right, next, Glenn Miller of the Glenn Miller Band. Not to be confused with Ed Miller Band, who was close to being the Prime Minister of England. Glenn Miller, the big band leader, disappeared over the English Channel in 1944 and is believed to have been killed by friendly fire. Oh. They should have looked in Sicily. Yes. Yes. Glenn Miller. Friendly Fire, 1944. It is during the war, isn't it? Glenn Miller. Why was he flying over the English Channel in 1944? Bit of a dumb move, in my opinion. But anyway, he could have swum. T for true. Okay, Mr. Glenn Miller. All right. Glenn Miller. True. Incorrect. Oh, incorrect. Oh no. Popular myth. The friendly fire theory comes from a 1980s claim that returning RAF bombers jettisoned bombs over the channel and accidentally hit Miller's plane. Oh. However, official investigations found no evidence of this. The most accepted theory today is bad weather and pilot error on a small Northern Norseman. Okay. Right. Oh dear. Glenn Miller. Okay, never mind. Moving on, getting closer to home now. Moz will know this one for sure. For sure. I hope he does. Harold Holt, Prime Minister of Australia, vanished while swimming in 1967 and his body was never found. Yeah. Went out for a swim. Oh, 1967. Shark or croc? What's the deal here, Moz? True or false? I believe it to be true. I know he disappeared, went swimming. I don't know about whether they never ever found him. I don't think so. Harold Holt. Yeah. Went out for a swim. Oh, damn. What's happening? Missing persons. Oh. The tide is strong. True. Harold Holt. Soviet sub took him. Okay. All right. Okay. T for true. Oh, so he's living in, you reckon he's still alive in Russia with that guy from, the last show. What's his name? Kim Philby or, whatever. True. Went for a swim at Cheviot Beach, a notoriously dangerous rip current spot. He vanished in front of witnesses. Despite the largest search in Australian history, his body was never recovered. Oh, right. Poor old Harold Holt. Cheviot Beach. They're roommates. Yeah. Oh, dear. Okay, next up. Next. What's next is what's this one? I did see it there. Ronald Amundsen, the polar explorer who reached the South Pole, disappeared in 1928 while trying to rescue a rival explorer from the Arctic. Okay, Roald Amundsen. Oh, right. Was it our guy? I thought, oh yeah, Amundsen made it to the pole and he made it back because he was prepared to eat his dogs. But Scott didn't make it back because he wouldn't eat his dogs. Something like that, anyway. Never heard of Amundsen. Oh, right. Yeah, he was the yeah, he had made it to the pole and got back. I think he's the one, Amundsen. He got there before Scott with the British expedition. Um, yeah, but I don't know whether he. Um, True, yes, in June 28, first man to the South Pole joined an air rescue mission to save his old rival Umberto Nobile, whose airship Italia had crashed in the Arctic. Amundsen's French Latham 47 seaplane vanished with all six aboard. Wreckage was later found, but no bodies. Yeah. Okay, yes. Oh, this is another possibly Australian one coming up. Next, Sean Flynn. I imagine he's the son of Errol Flynn, who Errol was an Australian. Is he a Kiwi? No, he's a Norwegian. Amundsen, yeah, Norwegian. And Scott, Robert Falconer Scott and Cap Notes. Sean Flynn, son of Errol Flynn, disappeared in Cambodia in 1970 while working as a war photographer and was later confirmed killed by the Khmer Rouge. The Khmer Rouge, the Red Khmers. Yes. The Khmer is a race of Cambodian, I think. The Khmers. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know what the people that aren't Khmers are called, but yeah, Cambodia. Yeah, well, I'd say that's true. Okay. No, well, he died on his plane there. Oh, no, they didn't find the bodies. Yeah. Yeah, he might have made it to the Russian base or something. And yeah, yeah. Sean Flynn. Yeah, true. Errol was Australian, I understand, but I don't know whether Sean was. Hmm. Correct. Sean Flynn and fellow photographer Dana Stone were captured by the Viet Cong. Well, that's different to the Khmer Rouge. On April 6, 1970. They were handed to the Khmer Rouge and executed in 1971. In 2010, a mass grave was found and bone fragments with DNA matched to Flynn, finally confirming his fate. Oh, that's a very complex situation. Why did the Viet Cong hand him over to the Khmer? All right, next we're in for the Rockefeller. Yes. Money can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Not be a millionaire. So we've got a choice of responses here from. I think it takes longer if you skip the selection, but we'll see what comes up here, and we'll go from there. But here we go. Prefer this response. Right. Amundsen, yeah, he was Norwegian. Okay. Michael Rockefeller vanished in 1961 off New Guinea, and evidence suggests he was killed and eaten by local tribes. What evidence did they collect? Oh, did they DNA test some poos or something? Evidence. Maybe they did some of those hospital tests. Took poo samples from the local tribe and tested them for Rockefeller DNA. Michael Rockefeller ended up in a fella. Yeah. Killed and eaten. Well, oh well. Hopefully. True, they still have cannibals there in the Highlands still today. Oh yeah. They're not the only ones. There's a guy that recently went on some island and got eaten. Yeah. It's correct. Michael Rockefeller's catamaran capsized in 19th November 1961. He swam for shore and was never seen reaching land. Dutch and later investigations, including Carl Hoffman's 2014 book, uncovered eyewitness accounts from Asmat tribesmen. Rockefeller was killed in revenge for a 1958 incident, and his body was eaten in a ritual. Skull fragments and personal items were later identified. Oh, so that's the evidence. Okay. 61. A revenge for a 1958 incident. Okay. Another Australian one coming up next. Okay. Right. Yeah, those. They like the long pork. The Beaumont children, 3 siblings. Skull was used as a soup bowl. Oh. The Beaumont children, wouldn't it dribble out the... Would be a bit shallow, wouldn't it? The Beaumont children, 3 siblings, disappeared from an Australian beach in 1966, and the case remains Australia's most famous unsolved mystery. The Beaumont children, the sand is still warm. From an Australian beach, 1966. Wow, 3 of them. Gosh, I don't know that I've heard much about that. Where was Erin in 1966, I wonder? Yes, question 9. I think that's probably true. True, Mrs. Moz was on that beach a few days before the disappearance when she was a child. Oh, wow. Oh, really? Golly. We're such small countries sometimes, aren't we? Ah, all right, let's go T for true. Wow. Looking, yeah, that's right. It's true. Jane, Anna, and Grant Beaumont vanished from Glenelg Beach on Australia Day 1966. Despite decades of searches, false confessions, and major digs, including 218 at a factory site, no trace has ever been found. It is still Australia's most infamous unsolved disappearance. Okay. Well, we're 6 from 9, so we're doing okay. We've got Lucky Lucan coming up next. Lord Lucan. Lucky Lucan. Next. He killed the nanny. Yeah. 46 Lower Belgrave Street, 7th of November 1974. Lord Lucan vanished after murdering his nanny and was officially declared dead in 1999, despite multiple sightings worldwide. 3 of them with Jimmy Hoffa, 1 with Harold Holt, and in one there was 2 of them and three young kids. All financed by the Rockefellers. I think that could be true. Lord Lucan. Yes, I've heard of Lord Lucan. Okay. Lucky Lucan. He's a bit of a card player, I think. Oh, here we go. On the last leg of the journey. Okay. Let's all go. Come on. You can do it, Grok. You can do it. All right. This will help make Grok better. I didn't realize he was crook. Okay, come on. Here we go. Okay, we'll take. Well, the answer looks like it's true. We'll always go with A. Okay, and now we've got to flick down a bit. Okay, right. On the 7th of November 1974, Lord Lucan blundered nanny Sandra Rivet to death, mistaking her for his wife. Attacked his wife, then fled. He was never found, despite hundreds of sightings. Africa, India, New Zealand. He was officially declared dead in 1999, so his son could inherit the title. Case still unsolved. Oh dear. Final score 7 out of 10. Master of the Vanish. You only missed Earhart's exact death declaration, the recovered Cooper cache, and the Glenn Miller friendly fire story. A near perfect vanishing act. The fog closes in. The case files are sealed. There we go. Thank you, Moz, for your part in Mario's 10 questions about missing persons.